Alrighty, hello again. This is Trace Majestus, and we're continuing our outward journey. Good evening, Lynn. I'll be in with you in the game with you in just a second. Okay. Now we just have to wait for the game to decide I can wing with you. There we go. Good luck with which? Well, I've noticed it takes somewhere between 45 seconds and a minute for it to allow me to, or actually 45 seconds and 2 minutes before allowing me to wing. Figure there's some communication pathways that aren't set up. Good evening, A4. Yep. Oh my God. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, lovely. Do we? I can hear her in game. She should be showing through. Really? Okay. Um, Maybe we'll have to dig into that, see if there's a. Come on. Oh, well, that's a problem. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. So how about that?
I don't know. Can you hear me, A4?
More likely something I broke. Um, oh, I see what broke.
That's
Okay.
for you, A4.
Okay. Let's see. I have to put up with the start scene a second. I am modifying something so this doesn't happen again. Let's see. Where is... Copy that. No, seriously, I said copy that. No. Okay, fine. Remove that guy. Okay. Okay. And this one. Oops, stop, stop. Now we go back to this one. All right, that should fix it. Yeah, I had to change back to the game starting screen to break some things apart. But that was a good catch. Yeah, but then I could tell him all sorts of things that you might be saying. Are you sure you want to give me that power? Okay, let's see. Go to this guy. Oh, yeah, it disabled it again. It's like, no, stay enabled.
Can you hear me, A4?
Interesting.
What? Uh-oh.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure.
Oh, God. I didn't say nothing too bad, A4.
To figure it out later.
Okay. So A4 is not going to be able to hear me, right?
Oh no, he'll be able to hear you.
Damn.
Yeah, and watch him be here, right? After all, he does have a 70 light year range. He can get to us within a day.
I wish he would. It would help if I had somebody helping mind.
Yeah, but he can do 600 mil an hour with a Python right now.
Well, yeah. I would hate to take him away from that.
Get a carrier in no time with that.
Huh?
Said you can get a carrier in no time with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, since we've been out here, I've made $9 million.
Well, that ain't bad for exploring. But...
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
You said, 600 million an hour? Where'd you get that from?
D2E. Down to Earth Astronomy.
Yeah, but have you seen the way he flies his ship around? There's no way I could fly my ship like that. I'd be car sick in about 5 seconds.
No, but I figure if he can do that, you can do half.
I'm getting good at that subsurface displacement thing.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to make sure you line up right first time. But I'll do the laser mining, and if I come across and I pulse wave it, and if I come across one that glows bright orange, I try it out, and if it's got subsurface on it, I throw a few probes in it, and it usually I can get 30 or 40 tons per rock, sometimes a whole lot less, but it seems to help fill up the cargo hold. Especially if I run across a streak of not being able 1.36% tritium, I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah.
But I did find a terraformable in a water world, so,
Oh, hey, you get money that way.
Yeah, but the deal is it takes you 45 minutes to an hour to find a system that has tritium.
Yep.
And then start mining. So, your time is shrunk by 45 minutes to an hour. So, like I said, I made 2 trips.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I came in, I had like 260 ton, and the second time I had 266 ton the first time, and the second time I had 242. But also, Elite was glitching bad.
Mm-hmm.
don't know if they were doing some fine tuning or if they were doing an update, or I don't know what they were doing.
Who knows?
No, he done it A4, but you don't. Well, you sort of do fly like him. He does the subsurface mining. He doesn't use mining lasers. He doesn't use the charges, seismic charges. He just used the subsurfaces, and he goes through there and flying. I mean, he's boosting, and he's twisting, and he's turning up and down and over and upside down and under and around, and he does all that stuff. And he gets 20 or 30 tons of low temperature diamonds or tritium every time he pulls away from an asteroid. So
he's been the one he showed.
both.
Yeah, well, the one he showed 600 mil on was low temperature diamonds. And yeah, he was pulling, 40 or 50 tons per rock, 5 rocks, and then go back to the station and dump them off. So he's like only mining 5 rocks at a time because that's all he needs to do. It's insane. Mine 5 rocks, go sell. Mine 5 rocks, go sell.
And like I said, he flies crazy. I mean, it's like he's
and he doesn't miss any of the shots with the displacement missile. He doesn't miss any of the blue zones. So he's popping out very, very quickly. He's popping out the fragments, every fragment off of that. I'd have to go watch the video again.
It was that new hotspot, Cal something or other, COL, for the low temperature diamonds. Tritium, I don't know where he was, but he said it's the same thing with tritium. You could do the same thing, and he's right. Like I said, I probably did 6 rocks that glowed yellow, and out of the 6 rocks, only 2 didn't produce anything, and the other 4 produced anywhere from 20 to 30 tons.
So people who are doing mining right now are throwing up insane numbers.
Just when the league thinks they have a lid on it.
Yeah. Open the door wide open. Stick your behind out and wait for somebody to come by and smack it.
But by the time we get to explore Anchorage or on the other side of it where we mine, I ought to have the subsurface thing mastered.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all they'd have to do is drop the number of fragments coming out per.
Yeah.
Maintenance crews have signed off. All scheduled work is on base on hold until the jump is complete. All crew, prepare for carrier jump. Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
Sure hope the lead don't drop me through the floor. It's been acting squirrely today.
Well, if it does, I'll just jump back. Watch it drop both of us through the floor.
We're sitting here looking at each other. What the hell happened?
Although I rather doubt it will because there isn't another carrier here to drop us in, and we're definitely docked on a carrier, so.
Yeah.
And again, it is elite. Strange things can happen.
Well, I was in the tritium hotspot out there, just mining away, and all of a sudden I looked down at the radar, you know, and there was a ship. And I thought, what? So I went to looking for it and never could find it, but it was showing up on my radar as a ship. Like, okay.
I don't know. I'd be hesitant to go looking for a ship out here. It might be a Thargoid.
Oh, no. I mean, I just kind of was, you know, turning around trying to see if I could get it and, you know, scan it. But I never could. But it showed a little yellow card right there, you know, and it was, you know, it was traveling from one side to the other side, and I thought, huh, okay.
That's weird out here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I'd been mining probably an hour in that spot.
Either that or it was yellow messing with you.
I think I'm going to shoot him next time I see him out in space.
System scan complete.
Oh, well, that's not good. I guess we don't need to go out and see this one.
Well, it only looks like there's one.
Oh, great. Hello, game. Oh, there we go. System map. Okay, it's all it is. I guess I'll just fill up with tritium and...
Go ahead, jump again. I don't care.
Alright.
I'm along for the ride anyways.
Okay. Although I do have to wait the couple of minutes for the...
Cool down.
Yeah, gotta wait for the cooldown because we're not going out and looking around, but nothing to go look around at, so... Hey, you guys can actually see it when I reach for my drink. Uh-oh. Almost looks like my, is my picture-in-picture stuttering? Yeah, it is stuttering.
Well, your voice is not matching the YouTube sound.
Weird. I may have to turn down the frames per second on the webcam to make it smoother.
Yeah.
Oh, let's try that. Where do I do that? Not there. Not there. Oh, excuse me. do something else. All right, we'll have to see how that works. That's not working well at all. Oh, well, maybe that's not too bad. All right. You'll have to let me know how the picture-in-picture seems to be doing here.
Not as jerky as what it was, so.
Okay.
Okay, now your words are with your video.
Okay. Somehow hardware acceleration got turned off. And there's no way it's going to keep up with the pure software.
Okay, good.
Okay, that's lined up. Still don't like the video quality of that. It's a little... Well, actually, that may be my replay thing. My replay thing may not be... what's it replaying at? Oh, okay, it's playing at 360, so of course it's not going to look good on that. Hopefully it's better now. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's my favorite coffee mug.
Hang on a minute. It'll get a few. Oh, yeah. What is it?
That is the Valhalla Java Odin Force Blend official Father's Day coffee mug from a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It almost looked like Texoma pottery there. The colors of it.
I'm not sure who makes the pottery. They changed a few years back, and it went from a pretty standard pottery to this lovely, absolutely lovely coffee mug. So my wife was nice enough to get this for me. So.
After all the years and stuff, I've got so much Mother Day stuff that I finally told the hubby, please just don't stop. I said, just wait till I need something during the year, and then you can say Happy Late Mother's Day or something.
Favorite mug for my favorite coffee. And all of their Father's Day ones are limited runs.
Oh, that's cool. You'll have a collector's thing of it after a while.
Yep. I lost my first one. I ended up dropping and breaking. But I don't miss that one too much because the newer ones are better.
A4 says he got one in Harry Potter.
Well, he certainly had a big clay coffee mug, that's for darn sure. It would be hilarious if it was one of these ones, but I think that was too many years ago. So I've got this one with the red top. I've got another one that's black, also black, but with a gray top. And then my wife was nice enough to order another one this year. They've changed the design somewhat and have a new logo. So. Well, I believe he had this style of mug. I just, I don't know what the decorations were on it because I don't remember. But but he did have a very nice big coffee mug.
I'm such a coward when I go out mining for tritium that I have to bookmark where the carrier is, and then I bookmark where I'm mining.
Well, it saves on navigation.
Well, yeah, it's easier on navigation, but you get to, I got to jump it out there for those white stars. It's like, dang, I'm gonna get out here and forget where I was.
Yeah, it's real easy out here. If you don't mark where you're coming from, or where you want to get back to, it's real easy to get lost out here.
Yep. So I had to go back in there and delete the last where we was, the bookmarks, so I can use them when we get out here. If I have to jump out of another system to find some tritium to mine.
Attention all passengers. This carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please
It'd be nice to find a double hotspot.
Yep.
Attention. This carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in this system prior to departure. Carrier jump successful. Please stand by while final checks are completed.
I guess I can't grow too much. About 2.5 hours, if I don't run out of Olympus, I can get 266 tons. 2.5, 3 hours.
I can't read that one. There's words. It's not Lakon. It's something else. Problem is, it's upside down and I can't flip over. May have to fly my ship down there to go find out what it says.
Your ship will probably shoot you.
Nah. Only if I bounce off it too many times. What's with central engineering? They keep having ruptured power manifolds. Did I buy a new ship or is this a refit?
As long as it don't break down on us, I guess we'll be okay.
No, I suppose that's why they make you pay for upkeep every week.
Well, then they need better upkeepers.
Yeah, I know. like I'm going to have to fire my maintenance crew. They suck.
Yeah, walking down the hall today, or the deck today, and I seen them. They were standing there eating the ice cream bars.
Oh,
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
actually,
5 minutes.
yep. Lockdown in 5. Jump in 7.5. Or thereabouts.
Still a cool ship.
It
I don't
is.
know if it's worth $5 billion, but it's still a cool ship. Curiosity, is there stations and stuff out at Beagles Point, or is there nothing out there?
Absolutely nothing so far, although there'll probably be about 6 carriers in a week. That's because I heard so many people saying they were going to put a carrier out there. It's going to be a flooded system.
They may rethink that unless they have 16 people on board mining.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that's why the Deep Space Array, it's a Deep Space Service Array, whatever DSSA comes to. You know, they were trying to match up between 3 and 6 people per carrier to get the carriers where they needed to be. When I talk about getting a carrier filled quick if 6 people are mining it.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you just had one more retired person, we could probably keep up with it. But, you know, I ain't got nothing else better to do during the day. Well, if nothing else, this will be an experience of a lifetime, well, in-game lifetime for me to go way out here, then see if I can make it back without destroying my... You know, what's really going to be sucky is if I get out there and get halfway to, like, explore Anchorage or something, blow myself up, and have to start over from the carrier again.
Oh, that'll be... I've done that. Well, not quite so far, because the more I have in my data banks, the more careful I tend to get.
It's like, oh my God. It's a shame they didn't have a different green for, like, the landing pads. That looks Christmassy. You'll be set up for Christmas time.
May have to go back out to it next year with the space legs. Maybe I'll be able to walk around the carrier.
Services are offline. Network access is temporarily
Oh, God. How come the capacity is 25,000 We're not full on tritium.
Carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
I don't know.
Last night it was showing like 23,000 something. Glitch.
Lots of those recently.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
You got ants in your pants or what?
Oh, it was starting to get a little chilly, so I put my slippers on.
Okay. You twist around up there in your real life photo and doing the Watusi down here in the elite. And it's like, wow.
Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage with 10 ships drive. Please move to a safe distance.
I have to feel sorry for poor old A4. What is it, 3 or 4 o'clock a.m. over there? 2 a.m.?
Yeah, some ungodly hour of the morning.
Yeah, I'd have to say, sorry.
It's either 2 or 3. I forget if he's +1 or +2.
Attention all personnel. Frameshift drive has been engaged.
Who knows? He could have nodded off already.
He will until he hears the big fart.
Attention.
It's the same time here. What? Nah.
5,
You tell us it's like 2 a.m. or something.
2, 1.
I don't know. I've got 9 p.m. here. I don't think you're at 9 p.m.
He's in Canada. I thought you were in France. Who's in France? Or Italy?
I thought he was in France.
I did too. Oh well. Well, I don't feel sorry for you anymore then.
I know we've got somebody in France, somebody in Italy, somebody in Japan.
No data.
Oh,
Holy moly. We got something out there.
okay.
Fill it up. Or we can go out and look first. I don't care.
Okay, I need another 207 out of the storage.
There went all my hard work today.
All right, that's full up. Let's go see what's here. Retract landing gear.
Landing clamp is disengaged.
Landing gear
Restrict
retract.
speed until a carrier
Well,
is
oh,
far
I got a Kodak.
Oh, nice.
M-type star discovered. Whatever that is.
Frameshift
Speed
drive
restrictions
charging.
have been lifted. Best of luck, Commander.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right. Found the asteroids.
Well, that's nice. I ain't found squat yet. No, I found the carrier.
They were all out at the Sea Star.
System scan complete.
System map. Alright, what do we got going on here? We'll get that, we'll get that, we'll get that. Icy, high metal content, which is not terraformable, and 345,000 light seconds away.
300? Yeah, no thank you.
Back to the carrier.
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Come on, lady.
Nothing here worth looking at.
Even if it was a water world, that many seconds away.
I wouldn't go that far out, no. Even if it was an Earth-like, I wouldn't go that far out. Disengage.
Dropping out of FTL.
We welcome your business at this carrier, Commander. Please enjoy your stay with us.
Open hailing frequencies. Open hailing frequencies. Anubis. Anubis.
Commander.
Open hailing frequencies.
Yes, Commander. Requesting docking permission.
Access granted. Please follow standard docking protocols, Commander.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Hey, John.
Landing successful. Shutdown. Our services are at your disposal.
I'm right here. Another one that thinks I don't match my voice.
Yeah, you're a little scrawny to match that voice. Hey, John, how you doing?
Oh, I'm only 7 pounds heavier than I was in high school, so. Although I'm nowhere's near it as in good a shape.
You know, God just got this stuff all wrong. You know, you're born a baby, then you grow old. He needs to reverse that, where you're born old and you know and you're smart and everything, and then you grow younger.
I get dumb, yeah.
Well, no, yeah, you got all the kinks worked out. Now you can enjoy life.
Yeah, well, that is the one thing. Health-wise, we should start old and frail and get better as we get younger.
Was it hot there, John? It was about 90 degrees here today, I think. 90, yeah, something like that, 90.
It was almost 90 here. Ooh, this could be a good one. It's a nice white star.
Oh, yeah. Tell me another good one. If it's got tritium in here, we're parking tonight.
Well, yeah, we may park and go mining. That's certainly true.
Well, even if you don't come along, it'd be a lot easier. Park it right by the planet, and that way I can zoom in and out if I run short on Olympus or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, I may do a quick second jump and jump it right to the planet if we've got tritium rings.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool, too.
Fill up.
Yep.
So I need to be a bigger guy, huh? I don't know. It may just be the perspective on the phone. I am 6 foot tall, so.
Oh, you almost got your... Oh, yeah, well, good going there, John. Yeah.
What's it?
Passenger ship.
Ah.
That's one thing I haven't done is passengers. It's just... Yeah. And
Yeah.
If I could haul them and know that they were all legal, yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but...
Yeah, problem is the best passenger runs are the illegals out of Robigo. And I for that I was running a shieldless Python. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. Like the Klingon heavy cruiser. Enough so that I hope they actually licensed it because that's way too close. Although I have a couple of words to say towards that. Kapla johui. And yes, I used to be halfway fluent in Klingon. I am a science fiction fan. Big gun hole in the front. Oh, that's right. Well, yeah, but I don't think the heavy cruiser had the big gun hole in the front. I think that was just a bird of prey. Actually, why don't I look that up? See how my memory is doing.
For Halloween, you can get you a Klingon mask and wear it. Or if you know somebody that does the Hollywood makeup, make you look like a Klingon.
There is a professional costumery just down the street from me.
Well, there you go. You can be a Klingon and fly your own Klingon ship.
No, it's not a D7. Not a bird of prey. Wrong thing. Not a vulture. They don't have images for the other ones.
Oh, that may have been the reason why Elite got away with it. I like the Star Wars, the first three
Well, that's
movies that came out, and as far as I'm concerned, they ruined it.
Yeah, it doesn't quite match any one of them, but it's closest to the heavy cruiser.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure.
Kind of like the movie Jaws. After Jaws 1 and Jaws 2, it was like they should have just stopped.
You didn't like the Megalodon?
Well, you can make too many movies about stuff sometimes.
Well, that's certainly true.
Like Sharknado. Oh my god. What she's apologizing for?
Hold on a sec. He's got something that I have to review. There we go. Yeah, it's actually too bad the fans killed the plot line on the first three. Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be the actual Sith Lord, who was behind the whole thing and behind the Emperor, behind Palpatine himself, Darth Sidious. So, which was too bad. That would have been just hilarious with his goofball character. Turns out to all be an act, and he's the most evil of all evil lords of the Sith.
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway.
Yeah, no, that. That wouldn't have fit either.
Um, it would have if he it would have if he'd had the intended things he was supposed to do in the second and third movies.
Oh, okay.
Movies 2 and 3 got rewritten to change to basically write Jar Jar into the sidelines. He was supposed to basically he was supposed to be shown as being Darth Sidious's master.
I don't know. Jar Jar just reminds me of a space alien Barney Fife.
Yep, he does. But I mean, if you look at the yeah, Disney completely effed it up. They completely ruined the whole thing, which is too bad. But anyway, yeah, there was one person who went through the entire proof of taking things apart frame by frame by frame of that first movie to show Jar Jar using force powers, working in behind the scenes, manipulating everything. And I think there was actually basically a tacit agreement from Lucas that that's what he was going to do, but people bitched so much about him he decided not to. And it would have fit a lot closer to the style of storytelling that Lucas tells. Start with him being goofy like that and progress him as, over time you see more and more and more blatantly what he's doing behind the scenes.
Lucas quit Star Wars, didn't he? Backed away from it.
Once Disney threw out his script for the first of the last triad, last trilogy.
Can you imagine how he feels? That's his baby.
Oh well, yep, but he sold out.
Yeah.
You sell out, you lose control. And now we'll never know what it would have been like if it had been done his way.
Yeah, because I imagine they got it locked in where he can't go and recreate anything.
Oh, of course they do.
Anywhere close to Star Wars.
Of course they do. But every film he would have some of the older concepts there, but he would always be introducing new stuff. And Disney can't do that. Everything was formulaic after that, and so very little in the way of creativity. Sad. They take no risks. They bought Star Wars because it was a sure moneymaker, and then they stopped taking risks with it, which means it's not really Star Wars anymore. It's a cheap Disney knockoff.
About the only movie I've seen that they can do movie after movie after movie with and hasn't got too old is Godzilla. He's always got something new to fight.
Oops, it kicked me out of the overview. Space fart.
Attention, carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
But there would, if it had gone Lucas's way, you would have had the first 3 movies where, Jar Jar is kind of, shown manipulating stuff behind the scenes. And the last 3 movies, instead of Snoke, you would have actually had Jar Jar.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
But after the first of the latest 3, I just stopped watching it. It just was like silly.
Yeah.
It showed.
Yeah, they lost the plot.
Well, not only did they lose the plot, but they lost the concept of a lightsaber. They lost the concept of a jump drive. They just don't understand it. They don't understand hyperspace. There's no way you can hyperspace jump into a gravity well the way the Falcon did without it getting ripped apart. So that wouldn't have been in there. It is, a hyperspace drive is theoretically possible. What they did with it does not even fit within theory. It can't happen. The ship would have just completely ripped itself apart. There's no way any material wouldn't just be reduced to atoms by doing that. Never mind the people inside. Forget it. You can't do that. You can go into a gravity well with warp drive somewhat. Not too deep, but somewhat. But that's a different technology. You can run warp drive at sublight. I mean, we actually know how to make warp drive.
Attention. Counting down.
We just can't satisfy the energy requirements to do it yet.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, well, with who we got in charge of all of our space stuff, let's don't let's don't go to warp drive yet. It'll destroy everything, including us too.
No, I think Elon Musk will actually get a working warp drive, or at least his engineers will. And that's how his ship is going to get to Mars, is using a working warp drive. Or, as it is in this game, Super Cruise.
Did you ever watch his space command center when they were launching rockets?
Nope. Probably should have.
Oh my God! It'd be like grabbing a bunch of kids off the street and putting them in there.
I'm sure they'll get better.
Oh yeah, I mean it was like, wow.
But his guys have the technological knowledge to do it. So I'm sure they'll get it done, because they need to get some sort of Super Cruise-like drive, warp drive, basically. They're going to need it to get to Mars. That's just pretty much understood. I mean, doing it on ion-based engines is just not going to work. At least not in the long run. I mean, you can get one there, but in the long run, it's too lossy an operation. You need something along the lines of a warp drive. Oh, no data?
There's stuff out here. I don't know if somebody beat us to it or what.
Or if we just ended up too far away again.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so...
I'm going out to check.
Yeah, I shifted the fuel over. So there's actually 2 workable designs for a warp drive. Actually, I think there's 5 now. But they just haven't gotten one that they're able to create enough energy to actually pull off. They know it can happen, they just can't figure out how to satisfy the energy requirements. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing gear retracted.
So if they could satisfy the requirements,
And you're clear.
in star system ships, yeah, we can have them. That is not just a possibility, a probability, it's a dead certainty that, why is that being, okay. It's basically a dead certainty that one of these days we're going to have them. Oops, we both went for that one. System map. All right. Oh, validating, get the first. Validating, get the stars. Supernova got first on all of this stuff. Alright. Let's see if we have a terraformable. And, well, it's not that far out. Nope, nothing terraformable. And no rings. A lot of stuff, but no rings.
Yep.
Well, okay.
On my way back.
So at this point, it's just a matter of time before we have warp speed. And it is correctly named because it does fit Einstein. And actually, the capability of creating a warp bubble does exist within Einstein's equations. So we've proven mathematically that it can be done. We've got designs that will do it. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
The problem all those designs have is they require more energy than we can supply.
07 Commander, welcome to Anchorage.
So now it's just a matter of, the research and time to get it done. And we will have that at some point, probably within the next 10 or 15 years. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
And it didn't give it to me.
Access granted. Please follow
Ain't too
standard
bad,
docking protocols,
96,000.
Commander.
That's not bad for getting no firsts.
No.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing complete. Commence shutdown. Welcome to Anchorage, Commander.
And the interesting thing is, within Einstein's theories, there is also a way of making a something similar to what the hyperspace jumps are as well. But again, the technology to accomplish it doesn't exist. We don't even know how to build something close to that yet. We're much closer to the warp drive than we are to hyperspace, and both will be needed. And Elite has it right in that thing. You know, in system you want to use warp drive, and between systems you want to use a hyperspace jump. That's the only efficient way to do it, time-wise anyway. Well, that's not a great system to be going to. It's a red dwarf. And I don't know whether or not we're going to get, you know, because nobody's come up with the how outside of science fiction yet. Don't know if we're going to have, you know, stationary jump gates and, you know, have the gates open up a wormhole between systems, in which case, you know, it's a one-way trip. You have to bring the parts for the wormhole back with you, or you're coming back the long way. Or if it's going to be shipped, you know, on the ships themselves. Just don't know. And I'm sure both designs will be worked on, and we'll see what happens. But first, I think we'll get the, undoubtedly we'll get the warp drive before we get the hyperspace jump. Just because we're a lot closer to getting that already. We know the how, you know, we know what has to happen. We have several ways we can make it happen if we had the energy. I don't know. Maybe she's just listening to me ramble on.
Yeah, I'm still here. I was writing down the next jump. Make sure I had it down.
But as if you can't tell, space really does interest me. So I've been paying attention to the different, you know, technologies for warp drives and hyperspace theories and this, that, and the other thing, and ways of creating artificial gravity so that we don't end up with the problems that humans have out in space when because the gravity is so much less. It's amazing just how quickly we lose bone density if we don't have gravity. And an electromagnetic field. Those are two things we need badly.
Yeah. I wonder if A4's got a guilty conscience or something, thinking I went silent so I could talk bad about him. No, he went into engineer mode, so I was quiet because he was talking plumb over my head. So I thought, well, maybe somebody will understand him.
Well, my level of understanding of the stuff is not nearly what I'd like to be on it.
A4 gets nervous when he doesn't hear me, it looks like.
Yeah, well, maybe he thinks you're plotting again. Wait till A4 comes out here, and then we'll get him.
I'm gonna get you, my pretty.
Be careful I don't do that too much or I'll get an extended coughing fit.
See all the fun you missed out, man? You could have been out here riding around on the town, you know, being chauffeured, mine your little heart out, no pirates, just kick back, eat ice cream, and watch Trace work. But no, I had to stay in the bubble.
Well, with that anaconda of his, he can catch us at any time.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a
Yeah, well, we'll see. That's what I'm doing, egging him on. Come on out here, big boy. Put that ship in high gear.
Galaxy map.
What would be bad, though, is he comes out here and he blows past us.
Well, at this point, he could still beat us to Explorer's Anchorage. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
That's true, that's true. I don't know if you're a brave man or a silly man, but yeah, no shields, run around, loaded with tritium.
So right now he's only just with standard jumps, not the neutron star highway. He is approximately 7 hours from reaching us, given a 70 light year range jump ship.
The only time I love pirates is when Trace has them in his gun sights. Then I almost feel sorry for him.
Popping pirates and the nav beacon, yeah. I really do have to rewrite the words for that Tom Lehrer song.
You went to Colonia and back same day with the Anaconda.
Yeah, I believe that.
Oh, you took the Neutron Highway?
The Neutron Star Highway and didn't bother to even use the FSS. Yeah, you can do it that quick. Honk and go, thank you. Boom, 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 and you're there. Less than 4 hours to get there, less than 4 to get back. Yep.
A4 reminds me of the type of commander that he would strip his ship down to bare bones, nothing, and then see how much he has to do to get the longest, fastest jump.
Ah, someone's already done that.
Yeah.
Problem is, you've only got one jump.
Then you gotta blow your ship up and come back.
Yep. That's... So the standard jump range is 93, and then you use a neutron star. And it's an insane distance. But with 93, light year jump range, you've only got a fuel tank big enough to make a single jump, and no fuel scoop.
I may get out to Colonial one day. I don't know.
Do it on the way back.
I don't know.
So on the way back from where we dropped this off, you might as well just take a right turn, head over to Colonia.
I still got a few little items to do before I can unlock any engineer. I think I got one unlocked out there. The one that wants 25. What is it? 25 escape pods.
Yeah, you can unlock that one. That's easy. That's easy enough. I got a video on how to do that.
Yeah.
Just don't shoot the ship. And bring more limpets than you think you'll need, because as I showed, they tend to get stuck.
Oh Lord.
Ugh.
Actually, maybe a couple of things could be adjusted to the cutter, but I'm basically pretty satisfied with what she can and can't do right now.
Mm-hmm. Making myself some pomegranate soda.
Oh, okay.
Add pomegranate juice to seltzer water. Instant soda.
Yeah. I guess if I go to Colonia, I could just wait till the courier comes back, jump on it, and just ride.
Yeah, that guy who's going back and forth. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
He's doing a long-range taxi, just going back and forth.
Yeah, although after I get out here and then have to jump all the way back, I may think 3 or 4 times before ever getting back on a carrier.
Well, it's the thing is from so he can go to Colonia, buy the fuel, or have people supply it. Basically, fill up his tank, and not have to stop and do anything until he gets back to the bubble. Boom, 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 boom. Every 15 minutes till he's back. And that's 70 jumps. No, it's less than that. Oh, maybe it is 70 jumps. I have to figure it out. No, it's 500 light years per, not 300. What am I thinking? So it's 44 jumps. Space fart.
Attention, carrier is now under pre-flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
"44 jumps one way."
That seems like it'd get boring after a while, or if he plans to do it for, I think, what was it, a month or 2 he's going to do it?
I have no idea. I didn't check out his whole thing. But
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
"44 jumps at 3 jumps an hour is maybe 15 hours. Thank you. Have a nice day. So basically, you donate a bunch of tritium to him, log off. when you come back on the next day, you're you're back in the bubble.
Or you leave yourself logged on and get all the exploration data that the carrier gets.
Well, that's true. You could do that too.
Main service crews have signed off. All scheduled work has been placed on hold until the jump is complete. All crew, prepare for carrier jump.
Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
Well, we got one more possible jump tonight.
Does it look good or bad?
I don't know. I haven't checked the next one.
Okay.
But this one's a red dwarf, so it's unlikely, though possible.
Well, I was kind of surprised because the one that I found the tritium in back there, where I was mining, I found it was located in the metal. Yeah, in the metal, lower on the spectrum, but it had rings. It had icy rings.
Right. Well, all that matters is that it's an icy ring.
Right.
Doesn't matter, if, you know, what type of planet.
What position?
Right.
Okay.
Position doesn't matter. Planet composition doesn't matter. It's just icy ring. It's just with red dwarfs, you don't tend to get any ringed planets. You get bare bones ice balls or rock balls.
Okay, dude.
Now, of course, you do run into some systems where there are rings and there are other things sometimes, but the majority of red dwarfs don't have anything really interesting. You get a much higher chance of interesting things with your, other, your yellows or your whites, your blue whites, your, this, that, the other thing. You tend to have more interesting stuff at. Your neutron stars, for that matter.
Ooh. We're ways out.
Okay, 254 needed. And I don't think we got any firsts on this system.
Don't have what?
Any first discoveries. I could be wrong. I'm still learning how to read what they give me in the initial. Let's go see what's out there. You're already on the way out.
Yeah, that way I can get out here and get back before you do.
For track landing gear.
Landing
We
gear.
have liftoff.
Charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. System scan complete.
System map. Yep, just a string of ice balls. Del Duath Got the star. We'll get the planets. Okay. Disengage. Disengage.
Dropping out of FTL. Exiting hyperspace.
We welcome you to this carrier.
Open hailing frequencies.
Well, I guess I missed
Clear
both.
responses. Move directly to your landing pad.
Yeah, except if I went straight in, I would have.
Pay attention, Commander. Your landing gear is retracted.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
And I still bounced off the ship.
Well, no, I was in Super Cruise, and it dumped me out, but there was no carrier.
Oh, well, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I only have one ring of shields left. I ran into the carrier.
Well, that's not cool.
No, I boosted in, and I couldn't slow down. I forgot about the extra mass they gave this ship. Still not used to it.
Well, this is really, really weird. I can't find the carrier.
Landing successful. Commence shutdown. Enjoy your stay.
Ah, there it is. Shoo.
Well, at least I didn't damage my hull.
Houston, the buzzard has landed.
All right. Let's plot that next jump. Maybe I should deviate just slightly.
Do what?
Deviate just slightly because the next one is also a red dwarf. But if I go just another light year, I can get to, looks like a white, maybe a blue-white.
That'd be nice. It shouldn't throw us off of our path too bad.
No. I got to go in and do it again. It doesn't like that. There's that. Interesting. It doesn't want me to go there. Fine, I'll go to the one we plotted. Whatever.
I wonder if you type it in if it lets you.
No.
Nope. Okay. Oh well, you tried.
Yep, I tried to get us to a better start, didn't like it. Okay. I will take a quick pit stop, and I will be right back.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I left the audio on. Oops.
Well, didn't hear nothing.
Well, never know what you could have heard.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks for the warning.
Well, I do have the window open, so Never know what goes on outside.
Yeah. Did you turn your video off of you?
Yep.
Okay.
I remembered
Just
to do
making
that much.
Just making sure that we didn't have any problems.
Yep, so I turned that back on.
A4 be having withdrawals. He can't see your face.
Why don't I see? Did you go down? Yeah, you went inside. Okay.
Yeah, I went inside. I think. Yeah, I'm inside.
Well, I can see the deck plates turned down, so.
Well, see, when I came in for a landing, you wasn't on the deck, so I figured you were down.
Oh, that's
fixing your
interesting.
shield or your
Because
hull or something.
I was on the deck. Uh-oh.
No, when I came in, you wasn't.
Uh-oh. Or maybe it didn't show me because I was in the external camera view watching you come in.
You never know about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Attention, this carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump. Please conclude any outstanding business in the system prior to departure. Attention, the scheduled carrier jump has been cancelled at the owner's request.
And then I scheduled it again. So now it's very confused.
No worries, John. No worries.
Not a problem, John. Just glad to have I'm glad to have anyone along who wants to come along and watch. More the merrier.
Breaks the monotony.
Well, introduce your company to my stream. Hey, that's even better, because then I have multiple people watching from one monitor.
Attention, carrier jump sequence is underway. Lockdown begins in 5 minutes.
So I guess they did make a couple of cosmetic changes here. Missing the little hat section and missing the... Well, if it was a bird of prey, they're missing the the weapon dimple. The heavy cruiser doesn't have the weapon dimple. But it looks like this, except it looks like it has a short hat on top with a rim around. But anyway, certainly inspired by Klingons. I wonder if maybe Romulans?
Could be.
Could very well be. No, definitely not. It's definitely Klingon. Klingon battle cruiser, except they took the hat off the top of the thing's head, took away the dimple on its chin. Okay.
And it don't have the long neck.
Doesn't have the long neck, no. Well,
The skinny long neck.
yeah, well, they put those two pods on it to disguise it, but basically, yeah. So they added a couple. They did some cosmetic changes to make it so it's not too close, but it's definitely inspired from.
Yeah. There's nothing else that makes you think Star Trek when you see it.
Yeah, it certainly does. So, but they definitely made it different enough that they, it's not an exact copy, but it's definitely inspired by.
Sometimes I wonder if Elite don't have somebody from NASA working there with them as an advisor.
They might have someone from the British Space Agency.
Well, it's like when NASA names a planet or something, it's not very long that Elite updates their names.
Well, there's an international registry, or an international naming repository for stars. So I'm sure they take those that aren't procedurally generated, like this one. Oops. Are taken from that national registry. Space fart.
Attention, carrier
I
is
sure
under
hope they change that.
flight lockdown. All services have been suspended.
I wonder how many people griped about the horn.
Landing pads retracted. Hangar bay secure.
Well, this will definitely be the last jump of the night because we're after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I was just looking at the time. It's 9:08 here, and it's still daylight outside.
Maintenance crews have signed off. All scheduled work has been placed on hold until the jump is complete.
At least they still kept the cruise ship Bing
Prepare
Bong.
for carrier jump.
Attention all ships. This carrier is about to engage the frame shift drive. Please move to a safe distance.
And away we go.
Attention all personnel. Frame shift drive has been engaged.
Well, that means you're west of me if it's 8:08 there.
Attention. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sean's either on Mountain or Pacific time, huh?
No, it'd be more mountain time. Pacific time would be 2 hours.
Yeah, but I don't believe Mountain time has daylight savings. So sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 1 from you. So, if I remember correctly, one of those two doesn't switch. I can never remember which.
Yeah, I wish they'd get rid of it and it'd be one time across the board everywhere.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, it'd be nice for some people. Kind of.
Well, I meant like in the continental of the United States, like New York, California. I have so many friends that's, some in, like you're in New Jersey. I've got some in New York, Pennsylvania, all the way across to California. And it's like trying to keep up with the times. It's like, yeah, right.
New Jersey? No. I'm in Cow Hampshire.
I'm sorry.
Little further east than Jersey.
Well, I know people in New Jersey too. So.
I got cousins in New Jersey. Alrighty.
Oh wow! If I take off and fly straight, I hit this main star.
257. Okay. Well, close enough. What just happened?
I don't know what happened.
Did I do that right this time? Good enough.
They're all pink.
Yeah, they would be. Brown dwarf. Track landing gear.
Go for launch.
Landing gear
Departure
Landing gear
confirmed.
retracted.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I left you 3.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bunch of big
System
balls of
scan.
ice. System map. And no rings. Hawkier was here, but he only got the star. Okay. Alrighty. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
Alright, let's not bounce across the deck this time.
Thank you for visiting our carrier. We hope you find what you're looking for.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Sometimes I think mine is
Please follow standard
like to see if
docking
it can make
protocols,
me
Commander.
car sick. Spins and twists.
Oh, you've got that automatic dock thing going on.
Oh, yeah. It can be fun sometimes because you don't know if it's going to crash you or not. You just close your eyes and hope for the best.
Deploy landing gear.
But if I landed on your carrier, I'd be worse than you. I'd skip all the way to the front.
Landing gear deployed.
Or it'd take me 3 minutes to land.
Ugh.
Contact confirmed. Clamps engaged. Welcome to our carrier, Commander.
Well, I got that bright star that you were trying to head us to locked in.
Okay.
So tomorrow, when I wake up, I'll mosey over there and see what's going on.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be
Like
be
6
good.
light years away.
Yeah. It's nice and close, so hopefully it will be good. Like I said, those bright, these brown dwarfs is generally not much here.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Red dwarfs is not much more.
How much am I down now?
I'll know in a sec. I'm going in to manage the market now.
Good night, A4.
Oh, good night, A4. $2,935. Is that what it says?
Okay.
Yeah, 2,935. Yep. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So I think the next time we land in a system with a tritium hotspot, we're just going to have to, basically pull over for the night there, and I'll jump it right to the planet.
Fill it up.
Fill it up, and then continue on from there. But obviously that's not going to be tonight because we're past my bedtime. So, unfortunately, I still work for a living, so I have to make sure I get to bed at a decent hour. So we made a bunch of jumps. We used up a bunch of tritium. We got a bunch of exploration data. Oh, did I sell it? No, I didn't sell it. Okay. Good enough. And so we'll pick this up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. as usual. So I hope everyone will stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you tomorrow. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus, signing out.